Hello and welcome to LHS News. I'm Jonathan Gomez and with me is Willis Landeros. Lyons High School has recently hosted its annual musical. This year's theme was Cinderella. For more information, we turn to Jerry Pendo.
On Friday and Saturday, November 13th and 14th, the Lyons High School was showing the Cinderella play.
Cinderella, I think, is a family show. I always try to pick a show that I think the kids would enjoy. I always try to pick a show that I think the town would enjoy. This year's seniors are very special to me. I've been here in Lyons teaching 7 years, and I've had them since 6th graders, which is the first time that I can have them.
The Cinderella play was a success, but it wasn't all easy preparing for the play.
The hardest thing was probably making all the props and everything, and making the stairs and the golden carriage and the pillars, but it took quite a while because there's a lot of steps and I had like 4 or 5 lines, but I didn't know when to come in, but it took a little bit, but I got it at the end.
Some scenes of the play had dancing in them, and it wasn't easy to memorize the steps.
Probably the dances and remembering lines and stuff. The waltz scene, because we actually got to waltz and like learn all the dances and stuff, and it was cool.
For LHS News, I'm Jerry Pando.
Thank you, Jerry, for that story. Our next story is by Catherine Alvarez. She interviewed the Scholars Bowl team about their upcoming season. Here's her story.
This year's Scholars Bowl team has a lot to say about their goals.
I want to be able to go to a tournament and win all the rounds.
Just to have fun and in general, just hang out with friends and get smarter.
The team's coach admits, though, that the Scholars Bowl team has started off with a rocky start.
So far, we've had our ups and downs. We have, in the last 3 tournaments, won at least 1 match.
The coach also has a bit of experience to share with the rest of the team.
This is my first year. I have participated when I was in school, but as the actual coach, this would be the first.
For some insight on how it works, we asked a player.
You sit down and you answer 15 questions with a group of about 5 people, and you hit a buzzer if you know the question, and you 10 points if you get it right. And then if you interrupt and you get it wrong, your team subtracts 5 points.
For LHS News, I'm Catherine Alvidrez.
Winter is quickly approaching, and that means the flu season will be here. Once again, for some tips on how to avoid getting the flu this season, we turn to our own Tyler Pilcher.
The flu and cold season is right around the corner. Let's learn about them and how to prevent getting them.
Influenza or flu symptoms are also similar to the symptoms of a cold, but they usually include a moderate to high fever.
By washing my hands thoroughly, and when you cough or sneeze, be sure to cover like with your elbow or in your shirt.
Don't forget to cover and use Germ-X after you cough or sneeze.
Some good tips to help avoid getting the flu would to make sure you clean your hands, wash your hands good. If you go out in public, cover your cough with your arm. If you see, stay home, get plenty of rest, take vitamins, lots of fluids, especially water.
Don't forget, if you get the flu, to stay home and rest. For LHS News, I'm Tyler Pilcher, signing off.
This is Thanksgiving week, and we wanted to find out what LHS students and staff were doing for the break. Here's Edgar Fierro.
The leaves are falling, colors are getting darker, temperatures are dropping. That means fall is ending, but more importantly, Thanksgiving is almost upon us. Let's see how fellow students and staff are spending their time during the upcoming holiday.
For Thanksgiving is to spend time with my family because my mother-in-law has to work over Thanksgiving as a cook at the regional hospital. We'll be going up there to eat Thanksgiving up with her.
On Thanksgiving Day, Cecil and I are going to go to the Sterling College cafeteria and eat a big Thanksgiving meal. And then in the afternoon, we're going to go outside and play Frisbee golf.
I plan to go hike to my grandparents' house and eat there.
I plan on going to Texas for a wedding and just being there with the rest of the family.
See, for Thanksgiving, my plans are I'm going to see my family on Thanksgiving, and then I'll see my in-laws the day after.
Things to like about Thanksgiving, but this is what they think is the best.
My favorite thing is to eat my grandparents' cooking.
I usually like to get together with my girls, but I'll have to just call them on the telephone and wish them and the grandkids happy Thanksgiving.
Seeing all my friends and family and just having some peace and quiet to be able to reflect on what I'm thankful for.
This is what Thanksgiving means to them.
Thanksgiving mean to you? I get to see my family.
Time to reflect and say thank you and be appreciative of all the blessings that we have.
Food is a big part of Thanksgiving. These are their favorite.
Turkey.
For food, it's got to be sweet potatoes.
It's definitely pecan pie. It's the best.
The turkey and the mashed potatoes.
For LHS News, this is Edgar Fierro. Have a great Thanksgiving.
And now let us take a look at your LHS News weather. For the most up-to-date weather information, we turn to Tyler Pilcher.
Today should be a nice fall day. We are looking for a high of 66 degrees with a low of 36. Tomorrow we can expect a high of 61, and on Wednesday we can expect a high of around 66. Starting on Thursday, the forecast will change for a bit of the worst. On Thanksgiving Day, we can expect a high of around 50 degrees and a 90% chance of rain. Throughout the day, during the overnight, there is chance of that rain turning into snow. On Friday, we can expect about 60% chance of rain. The temperature will also only get to about 39 degrees. Over the weekend, we have a decent chance of getting some snow. However, if we get any snow, it should melt away pretty quickly.
And now for the latest update about LHS sports, we turn to our sports reporter, Edgar Fierro.
Thank you, Jonathan Willis. Fall sports have now officially ended, and now winter sports are underway. Our first story today is an early season look at the boys and girls basketball teams. For more information, we turn to Jonathan Gomez.
As the basketball season kicks off, the coaches and players are very excited.
Start a new year with new kids, so I'm ready to get started. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'm ready to get started.
Players and coaches have to prepare themselves physically and mentally.
I'm ready mentally, but physically, whew, kind of out of shape.
Physically, no, but mentally, yes. We've been preparing for it, and we just see what comes out of it.
Coaches have high expectations for all the players playing basketball this year.
Expectations are pretty much the same as they are every year. I expect us to try hard and get better every day.
The players and coaches are ready for any team that they will play on the court.
No team scares me in the league.
Well, you know, there's no team that scares us. We respect everybody we play, but we don't want to fear anybody. We don't want to be scared.
For LHS News, I'm Jonathan Gomez.
Our last story today is a look at the Lyons Middle School basketball teams. For more information, here is Ulises Landeros.
With the season fresh underway, the LMS basketball boys have started the season with already a couple of wins.
Practices are going pretty good. Seventh graders especially are doing a great job. I think our eighth graders, we've got a lot of talent. So I think it's pretty much getting to the games, and then we're really ready to go. But we have a lot of talent there this year.
Working on dribbling, shooting, and the fundamentals to make myself a better player and help my team win.
I also took a look into the LMS basketball girls.
Practices are going pretty good. They're tough sometimes, but we get through them. I stay after practice and I shoot, or I do whatever coach wants me to work on.
Both teams are trying to build momentum for the rest of the season. For LHS News, I'm Ulises Landeros.
Now back to Jonathan Willis at the main desk.
Thank you, Edgar Fierro, for that update on LHS Sports.
Thank you for joining us today. For LHS News, I'm Ulises Landeros, and with me is Jonathan Gomez. Have a great day.